Okay, so let's have a look at this. So you've done your knotty task. So you've got your 1 meter rope, you've followed these instructions, and you've been measuring this, filled that out, and you've got a graph on there. So we're going to use Excel to just check your graph and actually find an equation to this line. So this is the easiest way to do it. So say for example, okay, I've done this. So number of knots, 0, 1, 2, and say I started off with 100 centimetres. I'll just put that in centimetres. Okay, so my first one was say 100 centimetres, then I tied the knot 95, 90. So say I got these results. Now I've just made them up, but let's just go with it for now. So what I want to do is I want to graph these. So I'm in Excel. Please use Excel. I'm going to highlight them, and I'm going to then go chart. What sort of chart do I want? Make this full screen so that I've got this one scatter. So I'm going to put a scatter plot in. So if I do that, now I've got my number of knots in here and my length in centimetres. So it's just copied all this and I've done that. So I've done that. Now I'm going to do chart layout. I'll click over to chart layout up here, and I want to add in a trend line. So if you've done it right, you'll get a graph that starts here and goes down that way. I'm going to add in a trend line, a linear trend line. So these dots might not be in a straight line, so we want this as a trend line. So that'll put it as a straight line. Okay, so that's put them or done a straight line. Join the dots, basically. If there's dots out here, maybe if I change that one to 94, okay, let's make that 93, so if it's a bit more. You can see that dot's gone down there, and if I change this one to, say, 83, there we go. So you see those knots a little bit out, but this is what we call the trend line. So it's collected the main, basically the line of best fit through those. So now that I've done that, I want to find the equation. So I've got if I click on that, okay, so I'll show you that again. So you go onto your line and you double click and it should come up with this one here. So we've got a linear, that's what we want. If we go to options next, you click down here, it says display equation on chart. So if I go like that, there's my, okay, there's my equation. So it's a little bit yucky looking equation, but that's going to be it. So I've got negative 4.57 and 99. Now if I change those, I can move that. So that's the line of best fit. Now if these went exactly as I wanted them before, look at that. So there's my nice line. So that -5 is basically the difference between each of those. So it goes down at a nice amount. This 100 was what I started with here. So whatever length of your line, that's going to be your y-intercept. This is our y. Okay. And then it goes down. But most of the time, you're not going to get it exact. So this might have been 94. So if I do that, so you can see that changes because this line would have slightly changed its angle a little bit. So if you get something like this, write that down, but you might round that off to -5 and that one to 100. Okay, so the line's going to be a slight difference if it's not exact down here. So don't stress over it, but just round it off. So that would round off to 100. This would round off to say 4.9 or -4.9 or -5. Okay, so once you've done that, then you can actually, if your line's there, you should be able to have a look at your chart and this chart and see how they look, and then put the equation of the line from Excel. Okay, does that make sense? So you're getting your value. So what you'll do is you'll copy that, and then you'll and you can stick it in. Okay, so you can copy and paste it into an Excel spreadsheet there. Hope that makes sense. Okay, cheers. Where's the stop?